love this man very much, and so you ask yourself, will he marry me? These signs he wants to marry you will finally help you find out the truth. The two of you have been in a relationship for a while now, and you know that you're ready to take the big step, but is he? There will be signs he wants to marry you if he's really interested in marriage. Whether you see signs he wants to marry you someday, or signs he wants to marry you soon, the two of you have a bright future. If it turns out that the answer is yes, let me be the first one to congratulate you. Your love story is going to have a happy ending, and you're lucky to have found such a caring man. Another thing you need to know is just because there are signs he wants to marry you, it doesn't mean that you should rush him. He'll pop the question once he's ready, and there's no need for you to pressure him. Just enjoy the fact that he's thinking about taking your relationship to the next level, and be ready to say yes when he asks you. Signs he wants to marry you. Number 1, he says we instead of I. When he wants to say you and me, does he say we instead? This shows that he's invested and involved in the relationship. Married people often say we because the way they see themselves is as a strong team that makes decisions together. For instance, if he is asked, what are your plans for this holiday? He might answer with, we're considering going to Italy this year. If your guy does this, it's one of the signs that he will marry you. Number 2, he doesn't speak negatively about marriage. Does your man believe in marriage? If he does, then it's a great sign that he probably already thought about it. Has he ever hinted that marriage is something that's worth fighting for? This shows that he doesn't see marriage as just a piece of paper. If your boyfriend doesn't see the point of marriage, you'll need to explain it to him and let him know how much it means to you. See his reaction when people talk about marriage to know for sure what he thinks about it. Number 3, he is very comfortable being around you. Maybe it's not romantic when he's so relaxed with you, but it's one of the signs he wants to marry you. He feels so comfortable when he's with you that he doesn't feel the need to pretend and act all romantic. Does he show you a side of him that not even his best friends know? Maybe he secretly likes to watch Disney movies in his old pajamas and no one knows it except for you. If he's that relaxed around you, he probably sees you as the one for him. Number 4, you've become a part of his family. Do you often go to visit his family with him or even on your own? Is your name on all of the family party invitations? If so, you know that you've become a part of his family. He likes you to be around his family and they have accepted you, which is one of the clear signs he wants to marry you. Number 5, he plans the future with you. When he talks about the future, are you in it? If he has plans that don't involve you, that's not one of the signs, but if you're always in his plans for the future, it's clear. Couples who are in a serious relationship talk about what their house is going to look like, what music would be played at their wedding, and even talked about the names for their kids. So, if you have that kind of relationship with your man, your plans will come true sooner or later. Number 6, he sees you as the mother of his children. How about kids? Do you talk about that too? It's fun to come up with children's names while you're in a relationship, as it shows that your man has serious plans with you. He can picture you as the mother of his children, and that's one of the signs he wants to marry you. My husband and I talked about kids on our 5th date. However, the conversation was that I was not sure if I ever wanted to have them. To keep you updated, I now want kids, but I am not quite ready yet. I'm telling you this because your partner might be like me and talk about not having kids. That is something that almost everyone changes as we grow older. So you shouldn't be worried, and instead, be glad that your partner wants to have the talk about kids with you, as it shows that he has plans to stay with you forever. Even though we agreed to not rush having kids, my husband and I came up with their names in the first year of our relationship. It's just so fun to plan things together, and I'm sure that Sarah will be born one day. What are your future children's names? Try thinking of it, even just for fun. Number 7, he shares everything with you. Does your man open up to you when something is bothering him? This shows that he values your input and trusts you completely, and that level of closeness is one of the sure signs he wants to marry you. Does he ask for your opinion whenever he needs to make a big decision? If he does, you are an important part of his life and he'll want you to stay with him forever. Does he also share everything with you? From decisions and thoughts to the car and bank account, if he shares everything with you, it's certain. He wants you to forever stay the important part of his life that you are. Number 8, he mentions things about engagements and weddings. Maybe you're watching a movie featuring a bride and he mentions that you would look beautiful in that dress, or perhaps he hears a song and tells you that it could be the song for your first dance. If he is comfortable mentioning things about engagements and weddings, it's a great sign. He is probably planning to propose soon if he starts asking you specific questions. For example, he might ask you what your opinion would be on the perfect engagement ring. Questions like that show that he's about to pop the question. If you think that it will be soon, check your jewelry box to see if a ring is missing because he'll need your ring size. Number 9. He is strangely excited. Has he invited you on a normal date, but is acting as if you've never been on a date before? Everything is super important to him, and he is acting weirdly, as if everything needs to go according to some secret plan. Has he been hiding money and you don't know what for? Is he secretive but super caring and sensitive? You'll sense when your man is about to propose, and these are just some of the clues. Still, don't obsess about it and don't try to figure out when exactly he's going to propose. After all, you don't want to ruin the surprise. Number 10. All of his friends are already married. No one really likes being the first one who does something, so if none of the other people he considers friends are married yet, he might think that there's a lot more time. However, if most of his close friends are already married, he might start considering it himself. Does he complain about having to go to another wedding again? Maybe he's not ready then or simply feels pressured. See how comfortable he is when his married friends ask him about marriage. Number 11. He misses you when you're away. If he misses you when you're away, it's a clear sign that you're the one for him. How to tell if he misses you? Is he very touchy-feely once you come back, and does he give you a shoulder rub or make dinner when you've had a rough day at work? If he acts like that, you can know for sure that he has been missing you. Number 12. He has eyes only for you. If your man wants to marry you, he won't notice other women. What happens when you're at a crowded restaurant? Do his eyes wander or stay glued to you? It's okay if he looks at the waitresses, but does he often check out other women? There are guys who constantly gawp at other women, and if yours is one of them, it's a bad sign. Number 13. He asks you to live together. Is he eager to ask you to move in or to buy a beautiful house together? That's a clear sign that you're heading in a good direction. If he is ready for a big commitment, such as living together, he will soon be ready for marriage as well. He'll also feel ready for other big commitments, such as getting a dog together or opening a joint account, for instance. If he wants to live together, you can be sure that he's serious about you. Living together is like a dress rehearsal for marriage. My now husband and I lived together before deciding to get married, and I think that's a great test. If you can live happily together, your marriage will be happy too, and you're ready for it. 14. He likes to stay home with you. Does he enjoy having nights in? Is he fine skipping a Friday night out with his friends to stay in with you? If he enjoys staying in, it shows that he's ready to settle down and have a stable and quiet life. He doesn't miss the excitement of going out with his buddies because all he needs is you. He'll probably get so comfy that you'll have to ask him to go out with his friends sometimes, and that's a great sign that he's ready for marriage. After all, marriage is all about spending nights at home in each other's arms and enjoying them. Number 15. He wants to hear your opinions before making big decisions. If your boyfriend always wants to hear your opinions and advice before making an important decision, it means that he values your input and respects you. He sees a long future by your side since he involves you in his big decisions in life. Number 16. What's his is yours. Does he share his things with you? Do you feel at home when you're at his place? If he is possessive about his things, it could mean that he's still not comfortable enough with you. But if he shares everything with you, he'll surely marry you. Does he share his home and money with you? If so, your relationship is soon going to turn into marriage. Number 17. He's there for you. Does he run away at the first sign of trouble? Then he's not the right guy for you. You need a man who will be there for you through the difficult times. If he stays by your side no matter what, you're heading in the right direction. Has he seen you at your worst, and does he love you just the same? Then it's certain that he'll want to see you in a wedding dress as well. Number 18. He makes jokes about getting married to you. Does he call you his Mrs. and jokingly talk about getting married? Maybe you are watching a movie with a wedding scene and he mentions something like, "If that was our wedding." He might be joking right now, but it shows that he has been thinking about marriage with you, and if he is comfortable enough to joke about it, he'll be comfortable enough to actually do it. Number 19. He already acts like your husband. Does it seem like you're already married? Maybe he's not officially your husband, but he acts like one? Does he confide in you, seek your advice, want to hear your opinions, and support you when things get rough? Maybe he also expresses his commitment to and love for you? If he does all of these things, he's already acting like your husband, and you might as well make things official. Talk to him about it and tell him that. If he thinks that what you have now is enough, tell him how much it means to you that you make things official. Reassure him that if things are going to change at all, they'll change for the better. Number 20. You go on vacations together. Is he planning a vacation with just the two of you as a couple? Maybe it's a vacation with your family or his. Either way, it's a very good sign, and it shows that he's crazy about you. If you're going on vacation with his family, this will be a perfect chance for you to become a part of the family. However, he might be planning for it just to be the two of you in some romantic location. Who knows? Maybe it will be the location where he'll pop the question. Number 21. He simply can't get enough of you. You should have no doubts that your man loves you wholeheartedly if he can't get enough of you. If he loves spending time with you and enjoys staying in with you, rather than going out with his friends, it's a very good sign. He is crazy about you and is probably considering taking the next step. Even if he doesn't mention it, if he loves you that much, he's probably thinking about proposing. Number 22. He says when instead of if. Once the "if we get married" turns to "when we get married," you know that he's hooked. If he hasn't started planning the wedding, he's definitely at least thinking about it. When he changes "if" to "when," he might already be preparing to propose. So just like mentioning "we" instead of "I" is a sign he wants to marry you, mentioning "when" instead of "if" is an even more obvious sign. Number 23. He talks about growing old with you. Is he open about his love for you? He tells you how much he loves you and isn't afraid to admit it in front of anyone. Does he tell you that he wants to grow old with you? What better side do you need? If he is so committed, it's just a matter of time when he will ask you to marry him. Number 24. He's interested in what your interests are. He cares a lot about you if your interests interest him as well. Does he take the time to learn what your favorite movie, book, or food is? If he knows about your hobbies and likes hearing about them, it's a good sign. He knows what will make you happy, accepts it, and supports it. Does he want to learn everything about you? He'll have a lifetime to find out all there is since you're probably getting married. Number 25. He trusts you completely. Everyone who's in a relationship gets jealous from time to time. But if it rarely happens because your man trusts you, it's great. It shows that you have trust in the relationship, and that is a great foundation for marriage. Does he know that you would never cheat on him? Truth be told, I got a little worried about how my now husband was never jealous of anyone until now. I thought that jealousy was a sign of love. However, it isn't. Trust is. When someone trusts you completely, they don't get jealous because they know that you would never do anything to hurt them. So if your man trusts you completely, it's one of the signs he's going to propose to you eventually. Did he even tell you that he's going to marry you someday? That's the biggest sign there is, and you don't need me to mention it. Still, keep in mind that if your boyfriend is already ready to tell you that he'll marry you, you'll be wearing that white dress sometime soon. Good luck, and remember to say yes.